Well, Labor Day parades and games pushed through the rain today. The weather did have an impact on other things.
A club aiming to help students learn more about a certain industry did lose out on a funding event today due to today's bad weather. But first, Alert 6, Philip Katafamo joins us live in the newsroom to tell us all about it. Philip.
Yeah, Brian and Jacqueline, the car show at Ralston Day Parade was called off today, which would have benefited the automotive club at Ralston High School. Instructor Javon Lucero is in his 4th year teaching at Ralston High. He tells me the club started with 3 students but has grown to more than 20 club members over the years. Now, every year more students are not only joining that club, but they're attending more automotive classes or asking about trades in general. Lucero says the skills student learns in automotive can lead to other trade careers.
You'll also learn the fundamentals of electricity with cars, and that can lead you to a electrician career, or plumbing. You start learning how the cooling system works, so we have plumbing and automotive.
Lucero says the school has been focused on emphasizing a career in trades. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the need for automotive service technicians and mechanics are projected to grow 4% over the next 10 years. Now, the Ralston High School Automotive Club will host another car show at the end of April. That's a big fundraiser for them. Proceeds from the shows go right back into what organizers tell me is that growing club on campus. Now, coming up at 6:30, I also spoke with one of the club's founders who just recently entered the automotive trade after graduating from MCC. More of that coming up. In the newsroom, I'm Philip Katafamo, First Alert 6. Back to you, Jacqueline.
All right, Philip, it'll be interesting to hear what this person has to say. Thank you.